Archangel Michael just saw your future and couldn't stop crying. He was forbidden. My beloved child, don't skip, because what you are about to hear is unlike anything you expected today. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There are moments that never appear in history books, moments hidden beyond human sight, and this is one of them. The title of this message is not ordinary because neither is what Archangel Michael witnessed. When he looked ahead into the path waiting before you, he did not turn away. He did not celebrate. He stood in complete silence, and tears filled his eyes. Not because your story was ending, but because he saw everything you survived without even knowing it. He saw the battles that almost erased your purpose before they ever reached your doorstep. He saw the nights when invisible protection stood between you and complete destruction. Yet there was one detail he was forbidden to reveal immediately. That secret has remained hidden until this very moment. If you clicked on this message, it is not an accident. Don't skip. Every sentence is building toward a revelation that could completely change the way you understand your own life. Stay till the end, because the final truth connects directly to the future that Archangel Michael saw. Every disappointment, every delay, every unanswered question begins making sense from this point forward. Listen carefully. There is a reason your heart has felt different lately. Perhaps you couldn't explain why certain doors suddenly closed, why familiar people quietly disappeared, or why plans you trusted somehow fell apart at the last second. You wondered if life was working against you, but Archangel Michael saw something completely different. He saw dangers hiding behind opportunities that looked perfect from your perspective. He saw conversations you never heard, decisions made behind closed doors, and paths that appeared beautiful but secretly carried pain beyond imagination. You were frustrated because you believed something valuable had been taken away from you. Yet Michael's tears came from knowing how close you had come to losing far more than you realized. There were moments when one small decision could have changed the direction of your entire future forever. Still, heaven's protection quietly redirected your steps without asking for recognition. Even now, there are pieces of your story you have not discovered. Don't skip, because the next revelation explains why the silence around you has never meant abandonment. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second brings you closer to understanding why this message reached you today instead of yesterday or tomorrow. Now another mystery begins unfolding. When Archangel Michael looked beyond today's struggles, he saw a future that carried both extraordinary promise and an unforgettable test. He was not allowed to reveal every detail at once because timing matters more than curiosity. Some truths strengthen you only when your heart is ready to carry them. But one thing can be spoken today. The season you believed was punishment has actually been preparation. The waiting was not empty. The silence was not meaningless. The setbacks were never proof that you had been forgotten. They were forming a foundation strong enough to hold something greater than you have imagined. This is why unusual moments have been catching your attention recently, why certain words seem to follow you, and why unexpected peace sometimes appears in the middle of uncertainty. Archangel Michael recognized these signs long before you noticed them, and his tears were not tears of defeat, they were tears born from witnessing the incredible distance between where you are now and where your future is leading. But there is one final piece of what he saw that has not yet been revealed. It changes everything about this story, and once you hear it, nothing will look the same again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A strange silence surrounded Archangel Michael after that vision ended. He did not immediately speak because what he had witnessed could not be explained in ordinary words. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason certain chapters of your life have felt painfully slow while everyone else seemed to move ahead. Michael saw that every delay placed between you and your destination was protecting a future that was too valuable to be rushed. You called it rejection. You called it bad timing. But heaven called it preservation. If one of those doors had opened when you wanted it to, the future waiting for you would have been permanently altered. That is why some relationships faded without explanation. That is why certain opportunities disappeared just before you reached them. You were never being abandoned, you were being redirected. And when Michael understood how many unseen dangers had been removed from your path, tears filled his eyes once again because you never even realized how close you had come to losing what truly mattered. Then another scene appeared before him, one that almost no one is prepared to hear. He saw a moment approaching when everything that has confused you suddenly begins connecting together like pieces of a hidden puzzle. People who underestimated you will not understand what changed. The same doors that refused to open will seem to unlock almost effortlessly. The strength you thought you had lost will return with greater purpose than before. But before that happens, there is one final obstacle standing quietly in front of you. It is not as powerful as it appears, yet it has convinced many people to give up too early. Michael wanted to warn you about this moment because he knows how easy it is to mistake the final test for the end of the journey. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The breakthrough you have been praying for is much closer than your circumstances are allowing you to believe. This is why you were led to hear these words today instead of any other day. Nothing about this message is random. Archangel Michael saw that your story would reach a turning point when hope and doubt stood face to face. In that exact moment, one decision from your heart would influence everything that follows. He was forbidden to reveal every detail because some discoveries must happen at the exact appointed time, not a moment earlier. But he could reveal this. Your greatest surprise is not behind you, it is still ahead of you. The chapter that once made you cry will one day become the chapter that proves why you were never left alone. Every hidden answer is moving closer. Every unanswered prayer is being aligned with perfect timing. And the next revelation Michael witnessed is even more astonishing than the one you've heard today. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Something changed the moment Archangel Michael looked beyond the first vision. His expression became even heavier, as though he had stepped into a future so extraordinary that even heaven paused in silence. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What he saw next was not the ending of your story, it was the moment everything you once questioned finally began to make sense. He saw people who had quietly walked away from your life suddenly realizing what they had lost. He saw opportunities returning in forms you never expected. He saw answers arriving from directions you had completely stopped watching. But the most astonishing part was this. None of it happened because of luck. It happened because every unseen delay had been carefully positioning you for a future that required perfect timing. Michael understood that if you had reached this season even a little earlier, the blessing waiting for you could have slipped through your hands. That realization was powerful enough to bring tears to his eyes again. He wanted you to know that your waiting has never been wasted, it has been preparing you for something your present mind cannot fully imagine. Then the vision became even more personal. Michael saw one specific moment approaching in your life, a moment so quiet that many people would overlook it completely. It would not arrive with loud celebrations or dramatic announcements. Instead, it would begin with what looked like an ordinary day. A simple conversation. An unexpected opportunity. A decision that seemed almost insignificant. Yet hidden inside that ordinary moment was the beginning of an entirely different future. This is why you have felt an unusual stirring inside your heart lately, even when nothing around you appears to be changing. Deep within your spirit, something already recognizes that your season is shifting. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Michael was forbidden from revealing the exact day because knowing too much too soon could distract you from the preparation happening right now. But he could reveal this. When that moment arrives, you will suddenly understand why so many things had to happen exactly the way they did. The disappointments, the silence, the closed doors, and even the tears will fit together like pieces of a masterpiece that had been hidden until the perfect time. As the vision slowly faded, one final image remained before Archangel Michael, and it was this image that stayed with him longer than anything else. He saw you standing at the edge of a chapter unlike any you have ever lived before. Behind you were years filled with questions, setbacks, and moments when you wondered whether anyone truly understood your struggle. Ahead of you was a path filled with restoration, unexpected favor, and doors that no one would be able to close once they opened. Michael wanted to tell you every detail, but he was forbidden from speaking beyond a certain point. Some mysteries are meant to unfold step by step so your faith grows stronger with every revelation instead of depending on instant answers. What remains hidden today will soon become impossible to ignore. The signs are already beginning to gather around your life, even if you haven't recognized them yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next revelation Michael witnessed is the one that explains why heaven has guarded this secret for so long. The vision was supposed to end, but it didn't. Archangel Michael remained fixed on what was unfolding before him because another scene appeared that no one expected. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. He saw a moment when everything around you seemed ordinary, yet heaven knew history was about to change. The people around you would see another normal day, but the unseen realm recognized it as the beginning of your greatest turning point. Michael watched as invisible barriers that had stood for years suddenly began to crumble. They did not fall because of human strength. They fell because the appointed moment had finally arrived. This is why the pressure has felt so intense lately. The closer you move toward your breakthrough, the harder the resistance appears. That resistance is not proof that you are losing, it is evidence that something valuable is waiting on the other side. Michael's tears came from knowing how many times you almost surrendered just before this moment. If only you could see what he saw, you would understand why every difficult season was preparing you for this exact chapter. Then something even more astonishing unfolded before his eyes. Michael saw names connected to your future that have not entered your life yet. He saw conversations that have not happened, opportunities that have not appeared, and unexpected connections that will completely reshape your journey. Right now, you may believe you have already met everyone important to your future, but the vision revealed something different. There are people already moving toward your path without realizing it. At the same time, heaven is quietly arranging circumstances you cannot yet see. Every delay has been aligning those pieces with perfect precision. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Michael longed to reveal every face and every detail, but he was forbidden to speak beyond what heaven permitted. Some surprises lose their purpose when revealed too early. That is why you have been given only enough light for today's step. The rest will unfold exactly when your heart is ready to receive it without fear or doubt. As the vision reached its deepest point, Archangel Michael looked one final time into the future and whispered words that could not yet be fully spoken. He understood that the greatest miracle was not simply what you would receive, it was the person you were becoming through every unseen battle. One day you will look back and realize that what felt like unbearable waiting was actually extraordinary preparation. The tears, the silence, the unanswered questions, and the unexpected detours were never working against you. They were quietly building the foundation for a future that would exceed every expectation you once carried. But there is still one hidden scene Michael witnessed that has not yet been revealed, a scene so powerful that even he stood in complete silence before it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next revelation uncovers the one truth heaven kept hidden until the very last moment. A final wave of emotion swept across Archangel Michael as the vision continued, because what he saw next reached far beyond tomorrow. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. He saw a future where the questions that once kept you awake no longer had power over you. The fear that whispered, "What if nothing ever changes?" simply disappeared. In its place stood a confidence that could only come from walking through every difficult season without giving up. Michael understood something that you cannot fully see yet. Your greatest victory will not happen because everything around you becomes easy. It will happen because you will become stronger than every obstacle that once tried to stop you. The very chapters that made you wonder whether you were forgotten will become the evidence that you were being guided all along. That realization brought tears to his eyes because he knew how close you came to believing the wrong story about your own life. Heaven never stepped away from you. It was quietly working while you could only see silence. Then the vision revealed one breathtaking detail that had remained hidden until now. Michael watched as moments that seemed completely unrelated suddenly connected together with perfect precision. A delay from years ago. A conversation you almost forgot. A closed door that once broke your heart. An unexpected change that made no sense at the time. None of those moments were random. Every single one was preparing the exact path you are now approaching. There are answers already moving toward you, even though your eyes have not recognized them yet. There are breakthroughs already set into motion that no human being can interrupt. This is why your spirit has been sensing that something is changing even before your circumstances have caught up. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Michael was forbidden to announce the exact moment because heaven protects perfect timing, but he could reveal this. When the hidden pieces finally come together, you will realize that not one tear, not one disappointment, and not one season of waiting was ever wasted. As the vision slowly came to its close, Archangel Michael looked toward the horizon of your future one last time. What remained there was so magnificent that words could barely contain it. He saw restoration where there had been loss. He saw peace where there had been confusion. He saw hope standing where fear once ruled. But above all, he saw a person whose faith had been refined instead of destroyed by every challenge. That person was you. Yet one final mystery still remains untouched, the very reason Michael was forbidden from revealing everything at once. The last scene of the vision explains why this message found you today and why your story is closer to its turning point than you have ever imagined. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the final revelation is the one that changes everything. My beloved child, this is the moment Archangel Michael wished he could explain from the very beginning, but heaven did not permit it. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. As the final vision unfolded before him, he saw something that completely transformed everything he had witnessed before. He saw that your future was never defined by the pain you experienced. It was defined by the purpose that survived every attack against it. Every disappointment that tried to convince you to quit had unknowingly pushed you closer to the exact place where your destiny would become impossible to stop. Michael's tears were never tears of hopelessness. They were tears of overwhelming compassion because he knew how many nights you questioned your worth while heaven was quietly preparing an answer far greater than anything you had imagined. He wanted to tell you that every unseen battle had already produced unseen strength. He wanted to reveal every blessing waiting beyond today's uncertainty. But some victories become even more powerful when they arrive as heaven intended, not as human curiosity demands. Then the final hidden scene appeared. Michael saw you standing in a season where the weight you carried for so long suddenly began to disappear. Not because the past never happened, but because it no longer controlled your future. The doors that once remained locked started opening one after another. The confusion that clouded your path gave way to remarkable clarity. The fear that had followed you for so long quietly lost its voice. What amazed Michael most was not the blessing itself. It was the person you had become while waiting for it. The trials had built wisdom. The delays had created patience. The silence had strengthened your faith in ways you could not measure. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Michael understood that when this chapter begins unfolding, you will finally recognize why certain prayers seemed unanswered. They were never ignored. They were being prepared in ways far beyond what your eyes could see. The future he witnessed was not fragile. It was firmly established by perfect timing that no obstacle could permanently delay. As the vision faded into heaven's light, Archangel Michael lowered his head, no longer because of sorrow, but because he had witnessed the breathtaking distance between where you are today and where your journey is leading. The secret he carried was never meant to frighten you. It was meant to remind you that your story has always been greater than your struggles. One day, you will remember this season not as the chapter that defeated you, but as the chapter that quietly transformed everything. The waiting will make sense. The detours will make sense. Even the tears you cried in silence will make sense. Until that day arrives, keep moving forward with courage, because what heaven has prepared cannot be erased by fear, delay, or uncertainty. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because your greatest chapter has never been behind you, it has always been ahead of you.